If you love what we do, then please consider supporting Kritfayle on Patreon. Your support helps us grow and to create more content more often. And now, on with the show. The door opens and Jonas walks into the cafeteria. He stands there in his regulation uniform, and the crease of his trousers are really sharp. His hair is glistening and slicked back. He looks around and sees you, and he walks over. He reaches into his pocket and takes out a small container of Brill cream and a notepad. He slides the cream back in, and he snaps the notepad open. "All right, Miranda, she called down from upstairs. We're to head down to the vehicle bay. We've picked up a job off base. Upstairs is wanting it done right now and done right. So come on, stop lazing about." And with that, he turns and walks away.
Couldn't wait till after lunch?
What do you mean we've got to head down to the... What's a cleaner got to... for crying out loud. McDonald's got no idea.
Do you think he needs me too?
Sig, I think he was... I don't know, but maybe you can...
Yeah, he probably meant you too.
Yeah,
Are we going?
Quite sure he meant me, yes.
No, not... I know he meant you. Sig was asking if he meant him.
God, are you all drunk? Hirsch gets up from the table, finishes off his schooner of beer, which was about half left, and...
At the cafeteria?
Yep. He's been known to wander around the base with schooners of beer.
With beer?
Yep. A mop in one hand, a schooner in another.
No wonder the union rep isn't a fan. Alright, well, I'm going.
I suppose we might as well see what he wants.
Yep, I'm heading to...
Let's make our way. Is it to the vehicle entrance?
the vehicle? Yeah.
Why am I getting dragged along on this?
I don't know. Ask Jonas.
What did he say? We had to go and fix it. Some machinery?
Yeah.
Out loud, I've been here for 28 years. You would have thought that he'd know that I'm just the cleaner. Crying out loud.
28 years?
Has this facility even been here for 28 years? I know you keep claiming that, but...
I don't know.
Come on, man. The big guy's talking. Let's just go.
I was here when the first
right.
air scrubbers were dropped on this planet 28 years ago. I've been here since then.
You were here before they were?
Cleaning this place. Before that, I was cleaning shit. And long after all you young'uns are gone from here, I'll still be cleaning.
Yeah, well, I hope I'm gone soon.
Well, why would you want to leave this place? It's nice, it's isolated, it's got some pretty electrical storms outside. Windy.
It's terrible. I hate it. I want to go home.
Sound of
Hey,
the wind.
why don't you all just quit arguing? Let's get down there and get the job done, all right?
Fine.
John, you're a bit touchy today.
No. It's just
Hirsch.
we got a job to do. Let's just get her done.
Hirsch slaps John on the back. You're the mechanic. You probably know what to do.
Won't be so bad. We just gotta roll up our sleeves a little bit.
Ugh, I don't get paid enough to roll up my sleeves.
Hey, look, man. They don't pay us enough to pay attention, but we've still got work to do.
The vehicle bay is a mix of rock, concrete and metal. The sound of banging metal fills the bay along with welding. The smell of diesel and chemicals are strong and hang in the air, and there are several workers repairing 3 of the 4 tractors.
I nudge Hirsch in the stomach and go, "You smell that? That smells like victory."
Smells like diesel.
I was talking to Hirsch.
I can hear
Listen,
you.
Hannah, you might be as bright as a new penny.
I see. Wouldn't want to interrupt your scintillating conversation.
It just smells like work to me, John.
Jonas is talking to Al. He sees you and waves you over. "Alright crew, here's the deal. We're out as soon as we are ready." And Al has all the details. So Al's in his 50s. He's got greying hair, coveralls that are very stained, and he's wiping his hands on a dirty rag. "Alright, here's the deal. Terraformer number 9 is showing a red warning light. It's still operational, but it obviously needs servicing. We don't know what's wrong. Now, unfortunately, it's one of the furthest ones out. It's going to take you a few hours to get there. Do the job and come back. Storm's raging pretty hard out there, so be careful. All the other teams are stuck doing something.
Joy.
I want everyone ready to go as we need to hurry.
Jonas, it's 3 hours to Processor 9. We can only go as fast as we can go.
Get your gear and let's get out of here by 1700. Al walks over to Hannah and taps her on the shoulder. Take number 3. Just be careful. Trevor had it out the other week and he said it was losing power. We've changed all the batteries. We couldn't find anything else wrong with it. Not in the power area anyway. There is a crack underneath in the suspension. Just be careful, alright? Baby this damn thing. We're waiting on parts. They haven't arrived. They're coming in on the next shuttle.
Okay, how gentle is gentle?
I don't know. Drive casual.
Alright. Thanks for the heads up.
John will go over and talk to the mechanics about the tractor.
Hannah will go take a look at the tractor as well, just to kind of see what's going
They've
on.
had a lot of mileage.
Okay.
Some of the repairs are definitely patch.
What should I be concerned about, boys?
Like, well, we're not really sure. They were talking about, when Trevor took it out the other day, he said it was losing power. So we changed all the batteries, and it seemed to fix stuff, but, we're not entirely sure. It could be something with the drivetrain. It hasn't had a full overhaul in a while, but we're waiting on parts to come. They're on the next cargo hauler, but that's not for another month.
Alright, so just take it easy then, I guess. That's about the only advice you can give me, huh?
I mean, it seems to be working at the moment, but...
Alright, well, if she's good to go, then what time did Jonas say we had to get out of here, Hannah?
1700.
And how long does that give us?
About half an hour.
Okay then, it's time to put the chairs in the wagon. Let's get this show on the road. Holroyd will give the tractor the once over as well, even after talking to the guys to make sure everything looks up to snuff. Boom! Look at that! 3 successes.
Yep.
Since he is the mechanic. Probably would have been looking at not just the vehicle, but the stuff we need to fix the processor.
Well, Hirsch might be the cleaner, but he's also known to...
because he's my buddy.
Yep, and dabble in a bit of... Oh, not dabble, but, he's been here for so long. He knows the ins and outs of a lot of the machinery and stuff. He might not understand completely how things work, but having worked with John a little bit, spending time with John, passing wrenches and things, he's picked up a thing or two.
So I'll go to Hannah and say, now, Hannah, I know you're a skilled driver and all, but you just got to know the suspension on this thing's kind of shot, so careful, please.
Okay. Do my best.
All right, that's all we can get.
Jonas climbs up into the tractor and goes to find a seat. He finds that the tractor is only designed for 3 and a driver, and all the seats are taken.
You should know by now, Jonas. You snooze, you lose.
Seriously, how did I end up with you in my team? He walks back to the cabin and sits down.
Comfortable down there?
Mm-hmm. Try and avoid the bumps.
Alright, I'll do my best.
Like a metal mattress.
Oh, I thought so. Alright, we're all set? Okay. Hannah will start the tractor. And also start the drive.
And you see Al walks over and he hits a big red button on the wall, and the 2 large doors at the front start to slide open. And outside it is dark. You're not sure. Well, you know what time it is, so
1700.
probably going into evening. Yeah. So it's going into evening, but it looks very dark already. And you can see that there's a lot of dust in the air that's being blown up, so there's obviously winds, and as the tractor starts to move outside, it starts to rock a bit, and you know it's not from the terrain but from the wind buffeting it. And the headlights, they're only going about 30 feet in front before they're just getting lost in the swirl of dust, and the wind, you can hear it. Even though the tractor is not the quietest of vehicles, the wind outside is quite loud. There is no road to speak of. It is all rough terrain, and the actual vehicle's well designed, and that suspension and the four wheels is independently moving over, but it's not a gentle ride as such. You've probably got the best ride. Your seat has a sort of suspension built into it.
Excellent.
But it's reasonably bumpy and awkward and sort of bounces around a little bit.
All right. And she's a little bit stressed about the drive since it's not one she's done before, so she's just focusing pretty intently on making sure going the right way, not driving too quickly, because everyone's been saying, be very careful. Could be worse.
Hannah, that's not as bad as you think it is.
Really?
I mean, the wind and all. It's like a cloudy day back on Earth.
4 months, 13 days, and 12 hours. That's how long I've been here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This is meant just to be a bit of a stepping stone for me. Going to some bigger, better things, but...
I feel you. See? I get you. All these people saying they're happy to live here forever, that I don't understand.
Shouldn't you be concentrating on driving?
I'm driving.
Okay.
Have we crashed yet?
Because I'd expect, you're talking enough that we might be in a bit of danger here. The way
Making conversation.
you're getting a bit heated with your talking.
Well, if you think that's heated.
Only thing heated is this fine sludge.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't brag about that coffee. That stuff's so strong it just walks into the cup.
At least it's warm.
I'm curious. I'll be asking Hannah every now and again. How's it handling? Is it driving all right? Anything feel off?
I mean, I see what everybody was talking about. It's something you want to handle with a bit of care, but nothing too worrying right now. I'll be happy when they get it fixed.
I'll take another look when we get there
Okay.
before we start on the processor.
All right.
Make sure everything's ship-shape. All right.
The evening wears on, and the swirling dust and the storm around you gives you the feeling of like diving through murky water. You're only seeing about 30 feet in front of you. And finally, appearing, a flashing, just a glow initially, but then it slowly becomes a light. And it's tall, several stories tall, and then eventually, there is this massive shadow before you, and you roll up, and there is the processor.
Pull up very close to the processor, and the tractor will stop.
Sig jolts awake. The sudden stop. I guess we're here?
We're here.
Alright, get your stuff and let's go. Duty log says it's a warning light.
Question for Aaron. How breathable is the atmosphere here?
It's breathable, but it's somewhat annoying. The storm isn't good. Like, it's very dusty. So that's the biggest. The high wind and dust is your biggest concern, but it's quite breathable.
Yep.
John, you got your tools?
I do. Yes, sir.
Hirsch, Sonny, go with John and find out what is going on. Hannah, you stay here.
Fine by me.
Everyone knows what you're doing? Stay safe. Let's get going.
Hey, boss. Can I take a look at the tractor first before we head out?
If you're gonna take a look at it, I'll come with you. I wanna see what's going on.
Okay. You two look at the machine.
1 success. Well, it's not to be unexpected, but we did make it a little bit worse. We'll just have to kind of really nurse this puppy to get back home in one piece. That's all.
Alright.
I don't want to see us break down.
Neither
partway,
do
'cause
I.
That's more than a hoot and a holler away from the main base.
Certainly a
3-hour
bit too
drive.
close for comfort.
Alright. I'm going to head on over to the control room then.
Alright, I will stay here, since apparently that's my job.
2 lights mark the entrance to the Terraformer. The wind is howling against you and the dust is swirling around and beating against you. Your clothes are being pulled in the wind. And when you get over there, it's like a submarine hatch and turning the big latch. And there's a click and you have to manhandle the door open. And inside there's a surprising amount of dust on the floor, which although these are meant to be sealed, the dust still finds a way inside. There is just banks of like computers and control panels, and they've all got multicoloured lights and they're showing all the different systems, and there is one that is lit up in red. The rest of the area is very industrial. It's catwalks and very industrial steel, and there's very little in the way of amenities. You're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not. Alright.
Oh, you pushed it.
I did!
Yep.
But I didn't... Yeah. But I have a stress now.
Yep.
I was stressed about it.
Yep. And you're still not sure?
Yeah, but I'm stressed about it.
As we head in, Hirsch, go down to the generator and check it out, alright?
Alright, I'll head down to the generator. As per your lordship's orders.
Okay, cut the fucking attitude. Just do your job.
So I approached the processor, and as I get inside, and I'm probably walking to where I think they would be. I'm just kind of, talking to himself, talking to the processor as if it were a sentient thing, saying, "Come on, darling, tell me what's bothering you." That type of stuff, and assume I make my way to where Jonas and Hirsch and Sig are, and walk into the room and say, "Gentlemen, what does it look like?"
That's what you're paid for, to tell me. Come here and log in.
Alright.
You'll notice Hirsch is not there.
Where's Hirsch?
Well, I sent him down to the generators.
You sent down the janitor to take a look at the generator when you've got a certified lab tech here, or did he talk you out of it?
He's been here a long time. He has seen many a generator.
Well, I don't doubt that. I mean, you should be... you're the boss. Alright.
I don't know much about generators, but if you want, I can go down and check on them.
You're a lab tech. You must know something about it.
I'm not big on electronics and engineering stuff. I'm more, science and biology.
All right. Okay, I get on the terminal then and start plugging away at some numbers, and says, "Well, looks like here that I think the problem is your generator, actually."
Can you fix it?
Well, I think we've got most of the parts that are necessary. We might have to jury-rig something up.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that at all.
Might take a little longer than we want, boss. I don't know. I'll have to go down and take a better look at it, but tell you what, I'll go down, get Hirsch. Probably at least one of you should stay up here. We got walkie-talkies in this heap anywhere? There should be something in here, no?
He walks over and opens the lockers. He looks for any walkie-talkies. There is not. There is a space for them, but it looks like whoever took them last time didn't bring them back.
So you're telling me you don't have any? Turn to Sig and say, "Okay, let's get the show on the road."
Alright, I pick up my med kit that I have with me and follow.
And as we're walking, I say, "I'll tell you, that boy, he could fall up a tree."
Yeah, he always acts like he owns the place. Can't stand it.
He's sort of half over the top of one of the big generators down in the sub-level, and he's banging away at what looks to be like a canister, and he's like, "Curse you, you stupid thing!" He's yelling over the top of the generator. "Just open up for me, god damn it!" And
Jesus, go gentle, son!
pops off.
What are you doing?
Hirsch jumps with a bit of a start, almost sliding and falling off the generator. He catches himself just in time. Jesus Christ, you scared the bejeebers out of me.
I didn't think I would need this medkit so soon. You alright?
Ziggy, I ain't having a heart attack yet, boy. Come up here and give me a hand. Pass that filter. The jetties are still working, but I don't think they're working at 100%, so the air filters seem to be a bit clogged up. The noise of the generators is fairly loud, so he's struggling to yell over the sound of them.
You gotta take it easy on these things, man. They're like, aren't these things run by, isn't there a nuclear... Yeah, aren't these things, connected with the, atmospheric processors?
What are you trying to say, John? That these things are hooked up to a thermonuclear device?
They might be. They just might be.
Well, ways I figure it, we're at least, 12 miles away. Any spark here isn't going to reach back down there.
How far away did you think we are?
I don't know, 12 miles?
12 miles.
We travelled at 6 kilometres an hour or something?
Maybe. It is quite possible.
A long time.
Hannah's a very careful driver. Which is why
Look, everyone
Hirsch
kept
doesn't
telling
like her.
me to be careful, and so
Our average speed was 4 kilometres an hour.
Well,
look, I was careful.
you don't drive as you know, as the crow flies. Maybe she did a sort of a roundabout. It is windy and rocky and rocky terrain. Don't forget.
It is still sweet though.
So Sig will walk over to a cabinet containing a whole bunch of spare parts for the generator. Is this what you're looking for? He holds up a spare filter.
Yeah, that's the one. Chuck it over here.
Sig will jog over and hand him the filter.
Thanks, Siggy, my boy. And he grabs it off Sig and rips out the other one, which is all filled up, which is all blah. He rips out the other air filter, which doesn't appear too bad. It just really looks like it is black compared to the new one, which is predominantly white. The new one is probably not new, it's probably repurposed, so it's been taken out and cleaned. Slaps that one inside and knocks the side door shut. The generator seems to work a little bit better now that it's breathing a bit better. Hirsch slides down off the top of the Jenny with a smug look on his face, puts his hands on his hips, looks at John and Siggy. What are you boys down here for?
I'm just truly puzzled at what exactly you think you're doing. But by all means, continue on. You do it, and I'll fix it. That's the way things seem to work around here.
I break it, you fix it. Seems about right. So he's Lord and Mighty sent me down here to have a look at the generators. So what do you think, John? Where's the problem?
Well, I mean, we've got to replace the filters. That's why the generator was stalling out. The filters had clogged up. It was making the generator have to push extra hard. So it works on a feedback loop. See, once the filters get clogged, you're kind of pushing nothing through when you're trying to think of what this thing's doing. You ought to know this. You've been here this long. It takes up to 20 years to get these things making the air breathable. So for at least the first 20 years of your time here, let me replace the filters. We'll have to get up into the
Are you telling me in all this time it's been 10 years since you changed these filters?
I've only been here 2 years.
when John first got here, we came out to this very processor, actually, and changed the filters back then. So it's been a good couple of years since we've been out here.
Yeah. These things can get clogged up any number of atmospheric interruption. Cause a sudden buildup of nitrogen.
Yeah, this is the first time that Jonas has made me come out on one of these missions.
Let me go get a couple of filters, and I'll see about swapping those out. So we'll have to, or I'll go take a look. I'll have to crawl up in there a little bit and check that out. So I will say I make preparations to do that.
Siggy and I will wait here. Just give us a yell if you need anything.
Oh, hey, one other thing there, Hirsch. Did you find the walkie-talkies around here anywhere?
Oh, right, the walkies. Remember we took them back to base last time we were here? To change the batteries. Oh, dang. Curses, we forgot to bring them with us.
Well, that's just the luck we've got.
No, it was just funny.
Dang it. Alright, well, we'll make do without then, I guess. I'll tell you what. I'll just bang on the ventilation if there's any problem. You'll hear I'll thump on it 3 times if there's a problem. Okay, so I go to... I'm Aaron, just for your info, I'm just picturing it as maybe there's 2 stacks that you have to kind of climb up these things and go take a look, because one's scrubbing going in and the other's going out, right?
They are spewing stuff into the atmosphere because that's what these are. These are the terraformers that are turning an uninhabitable world into a habitable world. So whatever process they actually do goes from those stacks. So you might have shut it. I'm assuming you might have shut it down because I don't know how safe it would be to be in those stacks when they're doing it.
Probably not. Yes, not safe at all. I would think you would have to shut it down because and effectively at this point it's not doing anything anyway.
Right. So I'm assuming you've hit the safety to enter there and done that because I'm assuming it doesn't just spew oxygen. It's actually changing the atmosphere. So
because I thought, didn't they call them scrubbers or something in the Aliens movie? Yeah. So that's what I'm picturing it as being 2 large stacks that you have an intake and an outlet. So okay. So probably crawl up the intake one first. And go take a look to see what does it look like? Does it look like it's clogged up?
Yeah, it's probably needs some work, needs some maintenance. These things would be going through a lot of wear and tear with the type of job they do.
All right, so I know that one needs. So I'll make my way back down, and then the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I can come down and if assuming nothing happens while I'm doing that, I come down and I say, bad news, boss. We got to replace both the filters. We must have had there could have been a bad storm out this way or something, but these things have failed a bit earlier than they should. That's why you're getting your warning signal.
Can you do it quickly?
Takes as long as it takes, man. It is processor number 9. We do have the atmosphere should be okay.
Yeah, it just sets us back a bit in the grand scheme of things.
Alright. I'll get Hannah to come help.
We'll get it done as quickly as we can.
He heads back to the tractor and tries to find Hannah.
Who is there? Not difficult to find.
Hannah?
Yeah?
Grab your tools, go and help John.
With what? And I don't have tools.
Well, we have to replace the generator filters.
I will, but why?
I do not like the idea of people crawling around in the ducts.
Who's crawling in ducts? Yeah, who's crawling in them?
John is already in one.
Oh my goodness. Fine, I'm going. Hannah will head in and go looking for everyone else. Yes, I also heard ducks, but I didn't push it. Yeah, Hannah's going to look for everyone else, and she's been told to go find everyone else.
Oh yeah, they're in the generator room.
Yeah, that's good to know. Alright, well, Hannah's gone to look for everyone, and now she has a general idea of where they might be. So she will head to the generators.
So, what did the boss want us to do again?
I don't know, just kind of stand around and make sure he doesn't die. I think he wanted you to specifically hand him things.
Oh.
As he needs them.
What's going on in here?
I'm handing John things, apparently.
Oh. I'm apparently supposed to help.
Here. And Hirsch hands over a spanner. You better take this, dear.
And what do you want me to do with this?
You said you're helping. You're small enough to get up through that hole.
Why does everybody think I know anything about mechanics?
All you have to do is just
All you gotta do is
give John the spanner.
Yeah, hand it to him.
Come back down.
Fine.
If he wants something else, climb back up and give it to him.
I'm just supposed to drive the tractor. All right.
Here, we'll give you a boost. And Sunny kind of laces his fingers together.
And she'll put her foot
lowers them.
into his hands and...
For that first 1
Yep,
meter
for the-
of the 200 that you've got
Yep.
to crawl.
The help is greatly appreciated for the first bit.
Thanks.
Great start. Alright, well, Hannah, not really having been given any other instructions except take this and go climb, is climbing.
Hirsch turns back to Siggy. Was it wire?
Sorry.
Was it wire? I spy with my little eye something we would W. Wire?
Oh, no, sorry.
Hirsch is looking around again.
It was the wrench.
Oh, it's
Give up.
gone though. It's not. It's gone.
I
can't
spied with my little eye. I'm assuming I can find Holroyd and give him a spanner.
Yeah, okay. So when I see Hannah, I explain, like, okay, so we have 2 stacks here. One contains oxygen filter. The other contains a nitrogen
Okay.
filter. So I'm basically using these in a ratio. One goes on one side, the other goes on the other side.
Okay.
So I use 1 oxygen filter on this side, and I use 3 nitrogen on that side. I just got to get them in the right mix and in the right stages, and they're basically gonna scrub the toxins that come in from the atmosphere, and this is how we produce it to make something breathable outside.
Alright. That's good.
It's just swapping out filters, darling. There's nothing special about it.
Great. What do you need me to do?
Didn't ask you here for any particular reason.
I was told to
but,
come help.
You know what? You're more than welcome to go and get started on the other side, removing the dirty filters.
Okay.
And bring. So I've got the oxygen filters here. You're going to bring 3 nitrogen filters with you. As soon as I'm done here, I'll come and join you and help you install those ones there.
Got it.
But if you don't mind, I will take that spanner. Thank you very
Here you
much.
are. And then Hannah will take some nitrogen filters and head off and attempt to do things about them. Very technical.
It's not work that we're going to get an award for, but it's work that's got to be done.
Well, the sooner we can get it done, the sooner we can head back. So,
That's the spirit.
on it.
So while we're up there, I'll be asking, like, did you see were those guys doing anything down there when you passed by?
No, they handed me the spanner and told me to come up here.
Okay. But when you went back down and then climbed up this side, did you see, were they doing anything, or
They were standing around and talking.
All right. Well, let's get at this
Yep.
this filter then.
Pack up your stuff. Let's get ready to go. I'll get upstairs and get everything sorted.
It's all fixed, boss. Fire up.
You clean up your crap. Go on, get at it.
Hirsch looks around. The crap.
So what did you two do?
Seriously? Have a nice climb, Hannah.
I guess it's more interesting than sitting in the tractor, doing nothing, and drinking bad coffee.
There you go. You'll fall in love with this place yet.
Head home as soon as I'm done here, and hopefully that's soon.
Jonas will take 10 minutes to start up the place, and then when he's done he'll head out with John.
And once we're back in the tractor, I will start it up again.
Okay, Hannah, let's go.
Yep. On it. And Hannah will begin the drive.
John, any problems on the way back, do you think?
Well, we did damage the suspension a little bit more on the way here, so... you have to limp this girl home, otherwise... we might run into some problem.
Alright, take the longer way, baby this damn thing.
Can't be certain.
Sig will go to one of the windows and kind of rub it and look out.
It is dark and swirls of dust and you can hear the wind that's howling outside.
Yeah, I'm not going out there.
No.
The tractor's been rumbling through the night, jostling over the rough terrain. The lights of the tractor not reaching into the storm much, but eventually you reach the base. Home, sweet home. Or something to that effect.
Well, we made it back. Drive up to the doors.
They do not open.
They're not answering and now they won't let us in.
Can you get them on the radio?
I'll keep trying. Come in, base. This is Tractor 4, returning from Reactor 9. Come in, over. We might have to... It sounds like they can't hear us for whatever reason. We could try the emergency override on the outside. Let's see if...
John, come with me. He grabs a torch and heads outside.
Okay.
While down there, he calls up. Hirsch, get a torch, will you? You might as well come with us.
What? I can't hear you. Speak up, man. God, it's windy as heck out there.
I said get a torch. Total jackass.
Bloody hell. Bloody idiot. All right, stop yelling at me. Hirsch turns around, opens up one of the hatches and pulls the torch out. Checks it. Light flashes on and off.
And I'm just chuckling at Hirsch as he comes down, because I know he's just giving the guy a hard time.
Hirsch, Hirsch gives John a bit of a wink as he climbs down the ladder. Sees John looking at him.
He heads over to a control panel. And you notice it is in lockdown. What is going on here? He uses his pass card to try and access the system and get in. Do any of you know how to hack a system?
What's going on, McDonald?
It looks like it's in lockdown, so it won't let me in.
Well, we can definitely try. Is that Wits and Comtech, Aaron? Okay.
Oh, I can help.
Lockdown generally occurs when there's been a quarantine breach, or the atmosphere has become not livable.
Obviously, the atmosphere hasn't been compromised because we are standing in it.
Oh, nice. You got a 6.
Hey!
Nice.
After trying a bit on the radio, Sig turns to Hannah, who I imagine is still driving.
She's still in the driver's seat, yeah?
Yeah. If these vehicle gates don't open, we might have to get out and leave the tractor here, walk over to the south lock, and see if we can get in that way.
I guess we might.
I guess we can give him a bit more time.
I mean, you've been here longer than me. Has this ever happened before?
It's still not opening.
No, not as far as I know.
I admit, man, I'm a little confused.
Oh, well, you tried your best.
It's not a thing about trying my best. It's showing a lockdown signal that I've never seen before, to be honest. This is a higher level than what I've ever seen. Maybe you're familiar with it, but I'll tell you what, I'm as confused as a goat on AstroTurf. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Sig,
Yeah?
look over there. The west airlock. It's green.
Is it?
Look, it's green.
Alright. Let's go for that. Grab all your stuff that you need out of here. And we'll run over to the south
West?
Lock. The west
That's
lock?
the one that's green. You want to go south? I suppose I can't stop you.
Why would they lock us out?
Alright, I don't know, but lockdown. Something has gone wrong.
Maybe someone's playing a practical joke on you, MacDonald.
No, I'll give them what for if they have.
You see Hannah and Sig presumably gathering up stuff and preparing to leave the tractor.
What are you doing?
Looks like one of the locks is green, meaning should be open for us.
And you're planning to walk over there?
Yes?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, I guess so. Never in my 28 years that I've been on this rock, have I ever heard of a lockdown that would lock us out and they refuse to talk to us. It just doesn't make no goddamn
There was
sense.
a lockdown code on the door.
What's the lockdown code?
On the control panel. 3F4.
3F4.
I have no idea what that means.
Wait, what? Did you say 3F4?
I did. I surely did.
That's a company executive code.
What do you mean?
That's way above our pay grade. That's executives not even on this rock. Even the base manager doesn't have that kind of clearance.
And why would the company be activating a lockdown remotely if no one here has the clearance?
I don't know. Ask McDonald.
Jonas?
You know who they are, Miranda and Theodora.
Yeah, Thedora and Miranda. Wait, really? Those high and mighties?
There's something not right about Theodora. Came in from Earth on that special transport. So let's go find them. They'll know what's going on.
Looks like you're down in the shit bucket with us, McDonald. Hirsch taps his light before he goes just to check it, flicks it on and off. Flicks it on, yep, and I guess we make our way to the thing. But on the way there, he says, I don't understand. If this thing's in a lockdown, why is that light green?
I don't know.
I'm plumb out. Sorry, boss.
West Block might be open because maybe one of the sub-levels or E Block might be quarantined at the moment. I guess the only way we know is to go in and have a look.
Well, for their safety, they've gone into lockdown.
But they'd still answer the radio.
Yeah, this is what happens when you take me away from my workstation.
Oh, this is what happens.
Like I said, I had some ongoing experiments in the labs, like, I didn't want to come on this mission, and I don't know, I guess something could have happened, but I can't imagine it would take out.
Please just go.
We're going to head out and head towards the West Lock.
Yep, I'm walking.
Hirsch will follow, but he's looking, he's using his flashlight to look around into the around the area. Yep.
You see the airlock should have closed, but there is a metal box that has been put in one corner, and the main outer door has bent it, but has been unable to close properly because of it. And there's about a 2.5 foot opening into the airlock.
Someone's blocked it from closing?
Why would they do that? This is...
I think there's something going on that's worse than you having to fill out some
What
paperwork.
could possibly be wrong?
Oh, I don't know. A lockdown with a company executive order, nobody answering the radios.
Door left open?
It wasn't supposed to be.
So you're saying
I'm
we
not
shouldn't
saying
go in?
that. I'm saying something is wrong.
He looks down the passage, trying to see if it looks normal. So the airlock and storage is separated from the main complex by about 100 metres. The lights are on. It is a large room that is in like the airlock area, and there's more than half of it is used for storage. He heads inside. And you can hear over the PA, but not where you are, it's echoing. All colonists, this is an emergency. Assemble at sub-level storage. All colonists, this is an emergency. Assemble at...
Do you think we should take anything with us from storage? I mean, if there's an emergency, might need food and water and... I don't know.
Yes, not a bad idea. Well, tell me, Siggy, you're always messing with stuff. Was there anything you were doing in the lab?
Well, I was working on... Well, I was trying to get a more efficient gas that could perhaps terraform the planet a little bit faster. A different combination of oxygen, nitrogen, and a bunch of other parts. That's one thing. Another thing is trying to work on a kind of like a super virus that wasn't harmful and could be used to take out other viruses, other infections.
Well, that doesn't sound reassuring.
It's not harmful, like I said. It doesn't hurt anyone. Yeah, I was just working on it in small doses, though. I couldn't even fill a room, much less like a whole base. Or the planet, even.
Rations back on the tractor. Is this the time? There's some kind of emergency. And we haven't seen a single person.
Okay, let's go. The official Alien RPG is released by Free League. Kritfayle's Alien miniseries stars Ken as John, Emily as Hannah, Shadow as Sig, RavenInsane as Hirsch, Ghost as Mother. Some of the sounds come from Sirenscape.com. You can find us on Kritfayle.com. This has been a Kritfayle production.